welcome back once again to the mathematics class. In this class, I am going to discuss with you 13.2 exercise problems of the probability chapter, which is the 13th chapter of class 10th. Okay, and I have discussed the 13.2 till the 9th problem in our previous video sessions. So click on the I button to get it notified with that session. Okay, and we have I have completed till 9th problem. Let me read out for you the 10th problem, and I will be completing the exercise today in this class. Okay, the 10th one I'll read out. A box contains 90 discs which are numbered from 1 to 90. If one disc is selected at random from the box, find the probability that it bears. There are parts in this: a 2-digit number, a perfect square number, a number divisible by 5. So, we need to find the probability. The box is containing 90 discs and the conditions are given. The first part, second part and the third part. So, let us start the solution. So, in this asked is a 2-digit number. The probability of getting a 2-digit number. Right. So, here how many discs are there in the box? The total discs are 90. So, the total outcomes, if you take at random, are 90 discs, isn't it? So, here we have to find the probability of getting a 2-digit number from this. So, here if you consider 90, so from 1 to 90, isn't it? So, from 1 to 90 single digit numbers, 1-digit numbers are from 1 to 9 only. That means only 9 are there. Rest others are 2-digit numbers. So, we need to subtract. See here, from 90, if I subtract 9, these 9 are 1-digit numbers from 1 to 9. So, 1 to 9 are only 9, isn't it? So, if I subtract, I get 81 discs. So, these are the favorable outcomes, because favorable outcomes for us is that a 2-digit number. Okay. So, the favorable outcomes are 81 discs. Now, here we have to find the probability of the event to happen. The event is nothing but getting a 2-digit number. So, the definition is number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes, we got 81 discs. By the favorable, total outcomes are 90. Favorable are 81, total are 90. So, just cancel with 9 table, you get 9 upon 10. So, this is the first part. Let's see the second part. A perfect square number is the second one. Perfect square number. How many perfect squares are there in between 1 and 90? We will write down first. So, 1 is a perfect square, isn't it? So, 2 square is 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25. Likewise, we have to list out till 90, right? 36, 49, 64 and 81. These are the perfect squares in between 1 and 90. So, we should not consider 1 also, because in between 1 and 90, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If you consider 1, you get 9. Okay. Let us consider 1 also, because the discs are from 1 to 90, isn't it? So, let us include even 1. So, how many we have? We have altogether 4 plus 4, 8 and 9. So, the favorable outcomes are 9. Right. So, the event to happen, the probability of the event to happen, here the event is the perfect square number. So, number of favorable outcomes are 9. Total outcomes are 90. So, this comes to 1 upon 10 is the probability of getting a perfect square number. Let's see the third part here. Let me read out a number divisible by 5. So, the numbers divisible by 5 in between 1 and 90. So, let's start. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Okay, so how many numbers? Let us calculate. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and also we can write 90 also. Okay, so total of, see here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So we got the favorable outcomes, that is the number divisible by 5 are 18. So let us calculate the probability. Favorable by the total. So favorable are 18, total discs are 90. So just do with the 9 table, 9 2s, 9 10s. Okay, 9 2s, 9 10s, 2 1s, 2 5s. So this comes to 1 upon 5. So the probability of getting a number divisible by 5 is 1 upon 5. Probability of getting a perfect square is 1 upon 10. And the probability of getting a 2-digit number is 9 upon 10. So quickly make a note. Let's see the next problem. Suppose you drop a die at random on the rectangular region shown in the figure. What is the probability that it will land inside the circle with diameter 1 meter? Here, the 11th problem, the diagram is given here. A rectangle, a diagram is given. So this is 3 meters length and 2 meters breadth, and a circle is given having a 1 meter diameter. Diameter is 1 meter given. Okay. So here asked is, suppose you drop a die. The dice, if you drop at random, the probability of getting the die in the circle, rectangular die at region on the, what is the probability that it will land inside the circle? If you drop a die on this, the dice, what is the probability that it will land in the circular region? That we need to consider. We have to calculate. Now here, first the region is asked. That means we have to calculate the area. Let me calculate the area of a rectangle here. Area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is formula L into B, that is 3 into 2 is 6. 6 square meters, the units, isn't it? Right. Now we will calculate the area of this circular region. So area of this circle is, we know, pi r square here. The diameter is given 1 meter. Here diameter is 1 meter, that means radius is half meter, isn't it? So 22 by 7 into half by r square. So cancel it off. So that comes to 11 by 14 square meters is the circular region area. So the die is dropped on this circular region. Where does it land? What is the probability that it should land in the circular part? Okay, see, the probability we need to consider, the event to happen is it has to land in the, that I should land in the circular region. The circular region area we got it as 11 by 14. So that is the favorable outcome. So this is favorable, right? So favorable, let me write down first favorable outcome. Here is the region, that is the circular region 11 by 14 square meters is the favorable outcome, circular part. So the total outcomes are, the rectangular region, that is the complete thing, that is 6 square meters, right here. Now, so the favorable is 11 by 14 divided by 6. So that comes to 11 by 14 into 6. 14 6 84. So 11 by 84 is the probability of getting the die lies on the circular region. Quickly pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next problem. The 12th problem. A lot consists of 144 ball pens, of which 20 are defective and the others are good. The shopkeeper draws one pen at random and gives it to Sudha. What is the probability that she will buy it and she will not buy it? We have to calculate she will buy it, the probability, and she will not buy it. So there are two possibilities. So those two possibilities, those two probabilities we have to calculate. Now how many we have total pens? So this is the which problem? 12th problem, right? So what is the probability that she will buy it and what is the probability that she will not buy? Sudha, okay? So total ball pens are 144. So these are the total outcomes. Now in that defective pens, okay, defective pens are 20. So good pens, so which are in working condition, good pens, if you want to calculate, we have to subtract 144 minus 20. So that gives us 124. Are they good pens? They are in working condition. Now we have to find Sudha, will she buy or not? Okay. So the probability, let us take the first part, that she will buy. Let us take the event that she will buy. So number of favorable, when she will buy, when she gets, when the shopkeeper gives her a good pen, not a defective one. When she gets a good pen, the favorable outcomes are 124. Okay. 124 are good pens, upon the total outcomes are 144. So she will buy when she gets a good pen. So this is the probability. So let us cancel it out with 4 table, 4 threes, 4 ones, 4 threes, here 4 sixes. So that comes to 31 by 36 is the probability that she will buy the pen. Now the second probability that she will not buy. Okay. The event to happen is she will buy. So she will not buy is, we can write the complement. So the complement P of E bar is that she will not buy is nothing but 1 minus P of E. This is she will buy, this is she will not buy. So simply we can calculate 1 minus 31 by 36 we got. So this comes to, if you take the LCM, 36 minus 31 by 36. So that is 5 upon 36 is the probability that she will not buy. That means she gets a defective pen the shopkeeper gives, so she will not buy it. You can calculate like this, or else you can also take defective pens are how many? 20. So favorable outcomes are 20. 20 upon total are 144. Like that also you can calculate. 20 by 144 gives 5 by 36. So like this we can easily find out the probability. Please make a note. Let's see the next problem. 14th problem. I'll read out. A game consists of tossing a 1 rupee coin 3 times and noting its outcome each time. Deekshita wins if all the tosses give the same result, that is 3 heads or 3 tails, and loses otherwise. Calculate the probability that she will lose the game. Now here a 1 rupee coin is being tossed 3 times. That is the experiment. Okay, that experiment is nothing but she has tossed the 1 rupee coin 3 times. Okay, so the possible outcomes, whether they get tails or heads, we have to first list out the possible outcomes. Okay, here this is the 14th problem. So how many possible outcomes we will get when the experiment is done with 1 single rupee coin, tossing it 3 times. Okay, so let us start with tails. Okay, let me take tails. So 3 times I have tossed, I got 3 tails. So the reverse of that you can also take it as heads. 3 times if I toss, so the possibilities will write 2 tails and 1 heads. For the reverse one, 2 heads and 1 tails. So 3 times the experiment is done. So tossing the coin, the possibilities tails, tails, heads. So the reverse one, heads, heads, tails. Likewise you get tail, head and tail. Okay, the reverse head, tail and head you may get. And what are the other ones? Tail, head, head you get, isn't it? And heads, tails and tails. So all these are, so how many we got? Altogether 8. 8 possibilities you get when 3 coins are tossed. Nothing but 2 to the power of 3. So 2 to the power of n is the possibilities. So here 2 to the power of 3. So 8 you get. 8 possibilities. Now here Deekshita, the question is that here calculate the probability that she will lose the game. Now, when she will win, first we need to understand when the Dikshita wins, when she gets all 3 heads or all 3 tails. That is her winning attitude. So that means here 3 tails and whereas 3 heads. In these 2 cases only she will win. So when she will lose, we have to calculate. So the event to happen is she will lose. Okay, that is the event to happen. Experiment is tossing the coin. Now, number of favorable outcomes here. Number of favorable outcomes are that she will lose, isn't it? Not winning. Winning is only 2 favorable outcomes. Losing means out of 8, if you take 2, so you get 6. 6 is the losing possibility. So that is the favorable outcome 6 upon total outcomes we have 8. So 6 upon 8. So if you cancel it, 3 by 4 you get. Okay, with 2 table if you cancel 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is the probability of Dikshita losing the game. When she will win? When all our heads and all our tails. Otherwise she will lose. Isn't it? So this is the probability you can easily calculate. Let's see. Okay, with this we have come to the end of the exercise. I have left over for you the 13th and the 15th problem. Now, in a series of 3 video lessons, I was discussing exercise 13.2 in 3 video lessons. All the problems I have covered, but I have given for you to solve only 2 problems, that is 13th and the 15th. And in this 5 parts of probability, do check out and practice the problems. Hope you have all understood well. Right. Let's see with a new concept in a next session. Thank you all.